Hey, good day to everybody. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I hope your weekend went great. I just wanted to drop this video. I mean, there's been a lot of negative. I try not to watch too much news because the news these days has a lot of negativity. I mean, even when you go to Yahoo or Google and you read some of the articles that they have, although they do have a lot of good articles, even when you read some of those articles, you run into a lot of negative stuff. I mean, this last week, there's been a lot going on. Now, for those of you that listen to hip-hop, I'm pretty sure everyone realizes by now that DMX died of, he died of a drug overdose last week, April 9th. He was 50 years old. And I was just reading an article this morning. And again, for those of you that are around my age, in your early 40s, that listen or used to listen to hip-hop, I'm pretty sure a lot of you remember Black Rob. I mean, he had a song called Whoa, which came out back in 1999. I mean, he got signed on a Bad Boy in the mid-90s. Well, I read an article today stating that he passed away April 10th, a day after DMX. He passed away April 10th at the age of 51. Apparently, the last few years leading to his death, he has suffered several strokes. So, and also, just a few days ago, on this past Thursday, for those of you that live here in Indiana, for those of you that live in Indianapolis or close to Indianapolis, I'm pretty sure many of you are aware of what went on at the FedEx warehouse on the south side of Indianapolis. There were 8 people that got killed due to a mass shooting. And the mass shooter, as what's been happening whenever there's a mass shooting, he ended up killing himself. And apparently this is the 4th mass shooting this year that has happened in Indianapolis. Now there's another mass shooting, it seemed like not so long ago that I read about. But yeah, this is the 4th mass shooting that has happened this year in Indianapolis, for those of you that live around the Indianapolis area. And I just want to take a moment and just touch on mental health, because I don't think people talk enough or think enough about mental health. I mean, mental health is something that I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how poor you are. I don't care what race you are, what sex you are. Whatever walk of life you're living, whatever the case might be, we all at any given point of our life are capable of coming into mental health issues. And a lot of times, when we come into mental health issues, we tend not to do anything about it. We tend to put it under the rug and act like everything is okay. We tend to crack that fake smile amongst our peers at work, amongst our family at home. going through any kind of mental health issues and you're at work, I mean, the best thing that you can do is to find a way to immediately address your mental health issues. Now, there's a lot of people who got mental health issues that may be afraid to address them while they're at work because maybe they might fear people judging them, or they might fear losing their job. I mean, this is easier said than done, but you're a lot better off losing your job and people judging you and you addressing a mental health issue and getting yourself better than you are sweeping it under the rug and acting like everything is okay. So whenever you got mental health issues, the best thing that you can do is, if you're at work, either A, find a co-worker that you trust and you're cool and you're good with, or B, take the matter up with your supervisor or with human resource. I mean, either explain the situation to them or what might be going on if you feel comfortable doing that, or if you don't feel comfortable doing that, I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't care what kind of work you do. I don't care where you're at. If you have to, just excuse yourself from whatever work area that you're at. You know, go to a bathroom stall, whip out your cell phone, and either A, call a professional, or if there's or maybe text somebody at your house, or maybe text one of your close friends and just kind of explain a little bit of what's going on in your head and what your thoughts may be. And then once you get done doing that, you know, go back to your workstation, find your supervisor and let your supervisor know, hey, I'm going to have to leave work. I need to go to the hospital. I need to go see somebody. I mean, you don't have to explain in detail your situation if you don't feel comfortable, but just tell them, you know, you're not, you know, mentally you're not right. You're going through some stuff, and you need to go and take care of that matter. Now, if your supervisor is understanding and they're a human being, they're gonna tell you, okay, just come back when you get through. Or maybe they might want you to bring documentation. Now, if you work at a company where your supervisor's a real jerk, and they tell you, okay, well, if you leave, we're gonna dock you. If you leave, we're gonna terminate you. I mean, that's the point where you're better off going on ahead and getting points, or even losing your job. Because if you sweep your situation under the rug, it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get no better because you choose to avoid dealing with it. It's only going to get worse. And if you go to work one day and you do something crazy because you just had it with society, you just had it with whatever, I mean, you're going, not only will you lose your job anyways, but of course you're going to get in trouble by the law and you'll probably be sitting somewhere in jail or prison. Plus, there'll be a bunch of fines imposed against you. And when you get out of jail or prison, if you get out, you'll have a criminal record. Or if you decide that your situation is so messed up that you want to take your own life, of course, you're going to have your family missing you. If you got children, they're going to be without a parent. Your close friends are going to be missing you. So if you're going through any kind of mental health issues, whatever you got to do to immediately address your issue, do it. I mean, at the end of the day, you only get one time to do life. You only got one life to live. So you might as well live your life to the fullest, be as happy as you can be. I mean, I know it kind of sounds cliche, but there's a lot of people that don't look at life like that. I mean, there's a lot of people that will live the hamster in the real life. Whatever issues that they got going on personally, they'll just sweep it under the rug and just act like it's not there. And then one day something's gonna trigger them, and any one of us, we might get triggered the wrong way, and then we'll go completely berserk, which is where we get in trouble, which is where people get hurt. So if you got mental health issues, you're better off just whatever you gotta do to immediately deal with that issue or issues, do. If you gotta lose your job, so be it. When you get better, there always will be another job out there, even though it might pay you less than what your previous job paid you. I mean, what you gotta think is, you're alive, you're healthy, you can always reinvent yourself, because you still got that second and third chance of life. But if you sweep your mental health issues under the rug, and then one day you go berserk and you end up killing other folks or hurting other people, you're going to be locked up, and your whole life is going to be upside down. And it's going to be a lot harder to come back from that than it would be just simply losing your job so you can deal with your mental health issues if it came to that. And for those of you that got health insurance, or if you got health insurance through the marketplace, your insurance will cover mental health treatments, and it will also cover whatever medications that you might need as a part of that treatment. I mean, life is too short to not take care of yourself. I mean, you know, part of being healthy is being happy. And part of being happy is having not only your physical health intact, but also having your mental health intact. And when you do a study of people who live long, like they live into their hundreds, and they're still mentally intact and healthy and all that good stuff, a lot of those people will tell you that one of the reasons why they live so long is because they always try to stay happy. They always try to stay positive. And of course they stay active too. Because a lot of people don't realize, but you know, one way that you can live a healthier life is to live a happy life. And living a healthier life, it's not just about your physical health, it's also about your mental health. I mean, and sometimes we might wake up one day and we might exhibit some sort of mental health issues. Sometimes we know exactly where it's coming from, sometimes you don't. Obviously, if you don't know exactly what's triggering a mental health issue, then you need to immediately make an appointment with a psychiatrist and go in and take care of those matters. Now, if you know where your mental health issue is coming from, such as maybe you're in a relationship you don't want to be in, you're working an occupation or a job you don't like, or you're living in a neighborhood or in an area that you don't like, I mean, whatever you gotta do to get your mental health intact, do it. I mean, if you feel the need to get rid of your apartment or sell your house and live out of a vehicle and travel the country to make yourself happier, do so. I mean, obviously, if you own your home and it's almost paid off, or if it's paid off completely, I wouldn't necessarily get rid of the house. I would just simply just lock up everything, put a house alarm on it, you know, buy you a van or an RV and go travel the country. And just figure out how you're going to make money while you're on the road. So if you got to take that route to get your mind right, which a lot of people have taken that route to get their mind right, and they find out that it helps them out mentally. In fact, I got several videos of myself back when I was in Alabama living as a nomad. So go check them out if you need some help in terms of how to get yourself set up. If you feel the need to leave your current community and move to another community. If you need to leave your occupation or your job and do something else, even though it might pay less, do so. I mean, at the end of the day, time is irreplaceable. And there's no price tag that you can truly put on your health, physically or mentally. So, you know, tomorrow or whenever it is you go to work next, just remember this video. I mean, you cannot put a price tag on your health, period. And I talk about work a lot on this video because a lot of people that exhibit mental health issues, I mean, studies show that a lot of people who exhibit mental health issues, a lot of it is related to their occupation. I mean, when you think about it, the majority of us spend at least a third of our life literally at work. Because you gotta think there's 24 hours in a day. If you're lucky, you're sleeping for 8 of which. And then for the next 8 hours, you're at work. And then for the other 8 hours, you're doing a mixture of house chores, exercising maybe, and getting ready to go to work. So I would say, as far as it goes for work, you work 8 hours and you probably spend 2 to 3 hours getting ready and driving to and from work. So I would say the vast majority of us spends around a third of our life literally at work, you know, doing stuff that's related to work, which is a big chunk of your life. So if you're working an occupation that you don't care to work, definitely, you know, get out that occupation and go do something else. And I gotta say, you know, I'm not gonna say that DMX was my absolute favorite hip-hop artist, but I will say back when I was, you know, young, going to the clubs, I used to listen to his music all the time. Same thing with Black Rob. And one thing which the death of DMX and Black Rob should tell us is at the end of the day, no matter how wealthy you are, no matter how famous you are, if you don't have your health intact, then you have nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of the day. And remember, take care of your health, mentally and physically. Everybody have a blessed one, and I will see you all on the next video.